And we're back. Man, welcome to 1.0. Welcome to the birthday edition. Dr. Shepton turned 52, man. And I got something to tell you on this here episode, man. And here on this here party that we having, man, we just gonna, chill and talk a little shit, and gossip and wines on. You know what goes on in the living room, man. So that's what we do here on 1.0. We have living room conversations. So today is my birthday. So boy, I'm gonna tell some shit. So like I said, we laid back today, man, and I just wanna meet and greet my fans. And y'all wanna just, cut it on and let the music play and listen to me talk some shit. That'll be good too. Go get you something to drink out the refrigerator. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be drinking and I'm gonna be smoking. I do, have legal license for legal marijuana here in Texas, so I will be taking my medicine, doing this here party thing. You understand what I'm saying? Man, I'm so glad to see y'all tonight. We kicked it off last week, our first episode of the second season. Now, this here is the second episode of the second season. And it just so happened to be my birthday weekend, man, so we kicking it. You dig what I'm saying? We is kicking it tonight, and we gonna talk a little shit about a little shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hell, man, by earlier when I was just, doing a little research to see what we'll talk about tonight, I asked the spirits to bring me something that was, kind of fruitful. You understand what I'm saying? So I seen what India Arie came out and spoke the hell out, man. Oh, the girl got down in what she said. You know what I'm saying? And she was right. So I want to know if you agree with her. Now, what happened was, Houston artist Megan Thee Stallion was invited to the Essence Festival. And normally the Essence Festival is, kind of Patti LaBelle-ish, They don't really get down like, all in the gutter and street and rapping stuff, Maze. Maze was really big at the Essence Festival, if I'm not mistaken. That was the type of music that was, you expected when you went to the Essence Festival. Stephanie Mills, Maze, Gap Band, things like that. But they invited Megan Thee Stallion. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Jill Scott was there. See, because I was hearing some little static about, the her rendition of the national anthem. You did. Some cats didn't like that, but she was there, and they really didn't put no light on that. So when the website decided to show what was going on at the Essence Festival, they chose to show the part where Megan Thee Stallion was on stage and it was just a bunch of twerking going on, silliness, monkeys. See, this monkey is just acting a fool. Twerking, they just twerking, at the Essence Festival, man. And then, which I fully support, India Arie came out and spoke some real life shit. She came out and said, look, y'all out here rubbing your thing on the floor. I mean, she got down. I couldn't believe she talked like that. Her being, neo soul artist, talking about, brown skin and all. She said, y'all out there rubbing y'all asses on the ground. And then you want a nigga to eat that shit. She said it just like that. Shocked me. Shocked the shit out of me. I ain't lying. I talk bad. And that shocked me. She said, yeah, y'all want to dragging your ass on the ground. You understand me? And this is your Stargate. This is where a miracle happens, Y'all rubbing it all on this bacteria ass ground that everybody walking on, twerking on, and everything else. You understand me? And she had the point there. Because as in I think it was my third episode in the first season, I talked about that. So when is enough, man? I mean, when is twerking no longer? I mean, when is twerking like bell bottoms? When do it go out? When do twerking get like, holding hands? When do twerking get like walking up to a person in person saying, hello, how are you doing? My name is so and so and so. When do twerking get like that? I mean, what do it mean? What do twerking mean? What are you expressing when you are twerking? Now, I can come up with my own, I come up with my own narrative, which would be that your ass is the best part of you. I shouldn't even worry about your head, your brain, or if you can cook. None of that. My only confirmation that you're worth something should be your boozy. Now that's my own little, if that's what you put forward, if that's what you display, then that's what, obviously that's how you want to be accepted. That's nice old fine ass. But like I said, India.Arie came out and she spoke very strongly about that situation. And I'd like to know if you agree with that. Is it time for this foolishness to stop? Because you can support it, but when somebody disrespect you in that type of way because you might be dressed in that, like, you might look similar to them young ladies that was up there. Even when you was out having a good time, there's something that's crazy about women that don't respect that they're still sexual beings, even if they feel in their mind that they should be treated in a certain way. It's not your fault that you were blessed with all that ass. That's your mama's fault and your daddy's fault. You ain't got nothing to do with that. That wasn't your fault that you got them big old nice plush, breastises up there. That's not your fault. But it also is not that man's fault that he recognized it, because these are natural happenings. You understand? So if there's no education, which that's what it is, and it's our job to educate each other, men and women. It's our job to educate each other on what's appropriate, on what's deemed to be sexy, on what's attractive, on what's intriguing, on what's interesting. Yeah, we have to help each other with that, because you see what the condition we are in if we come up with that on our own or listen to somebody else tell us what it is. I need to know, the right avenue to go on to really, see or either show what's best about me, what's good about me. And if the narrative now is to hide behind something to get your best look, then that's kind of retarded. That's kind of retarded. So India.Arie, she spoke real, and she's one of the very few artists, that have said something about that. Because I think that's dangerous. Like saying something about them alphabets, A B C D and Q F G. Yeah, you say something about them people, something happened to you. So the way she stepped out there, I appreciate it. Because you can't tell me now, how the hell Megan Thee Stallion win a whatever, what she won, a Grammy Award or Emmy Award or Lifetime Achievement Award or something like that? Why? And she talking about sucking dick, eating pussy, and I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was so in demand. But it is because she's doing a good job of ruining your daughter's mind. Oh, she's doing a wonderful job. She deserves that Grammy because you can see him on TikTok repeating her words. You probably never experienced what she's talking about, but they on their way. She does a good job of that. That's why she got that Grammy. That's why she got that Emmy, BET Award, Lifetime Achievement Award. Because she does a good job, just like the rest of them do. So now, Megan Thee Stallion won't say that Miss NDRE is an old artist and her time is over and all that. Well, that's not true. Those artists were pushed out of the way. Just like the artists of my time, they wasn't done yet. They still yet had things to say about bringing the community together, about living like, black people have lived before all of this, before the white man made this new Negro, which is us. Those people were pushed out of the industry. They didn't just sing their last song and the curtain went down, they walked off and that was it. No. They changed the narrative, which was to sexualize black women, criminalize black men, homosexualize the rest of them, and then the ones that's in between, give them the label as bi. But everybody get fucked up in this here. Yeah, we got something for everybody. We gonna call y'all all kind of things, and y'all gonna believe it. And you gonna form groups that'll fight the other groups because them groups don't like y'all group. Yeah, they gonna do all that. Mm-hmm. But to hear artists speak out nowadays, it's a real, it's something to witness because it doesn't happen. As long as if they the hot thing, you better not say nothing because you're not realizing it's not those artists that gonna come from you. It's who those artists making money for that's gonna come for you. Megan Thee Stallion could push her narrative because she has backing to the point where she can get a Grammy, Emmy, Golden Globe, or whatever the fuck she got. Ain't none of her raps about Rosa Parks or Dr. Luther King or about women's rights or abortion or, two-parent homes. Ain't none of her raps about that, as far as I know. Hell, Denzel did more for the community than she did. Hell, I don't think he got no awards yet. Until he did, where he was a crooked cop. So I'm glad she spoke out. More of it needs to happen. Because somebody need to relate to our sisters that it don't take all that. Who told y'all that? You can have a whole disposition in your own mind and a man to find your fingers to be beautiful. Your toes to be beautiful. Your belly button. So it don't take all the other shit. You otherwise are covering up what somebody see in you real. I can see the fake all day long on television, outside, my mail lady. Yeah, I can see the fake all day long. I can see hair bunnies all day long. Yeah. I can see pajamas in Walmart all day long. But what I can't see is these people communicating with each other in real life. If it is, there's a good 90% chance that it might go bad. If you communicate with somebody for real, I'm talking about for just saying, hello, how you doing today? Motherfucker, you know me? And it'll go that way. As crazy as it sounds. Because ain't nobody speaking up. If you don't speak up and something continues, then slowly but surely it becomes a part of your life and it's okay. Because it happens every day. And that's our story as, kind of like as black people. They hung you, it's all right. They lynch you, cuz it's good, it's cool. Jesus coming. Come in your house and shoot you while you eating a bowl of cereal. Put their knee in your neck and you can't breathe. And it's all right, cuz Jesus coming. But sooner or later, he ain't going to have to come because we going to always be where he is. On the rate they going, you did. We ain't going to need, he can save money on that Uber. We on our way. So somebody got to speak up, man. These artists that y'all look up to, they take your money, you go to their concerts, and you pick up their fashion, you pick up their likeness and everything, man. And them people don't do nothing for y'all. I mean, people that you be riding, you be driving, you hear this song, you get throwing your hands up when you're in the club with your girlfriends or your homeboys, your song come on, y'all do a group dance and shit. Them people ain't doing shit for y'all, cuz. Them people won't speak up. Them people won't show up. But y'all show up religiously at they shit. I heard motherfuckers them paid 2 or 3, several thousands of quarters and cents and dollars and stuff for Beyonce concert. They say motherfuckers sold their house to go to them people shit. Them people ain't did shit for y'all, cuz. But when the artists speak up, we need to support that artist. She don't need to be counseled for what she said because they out there trying to counsel her. Because women think they ought to be able to behave in that manner if they want to. I think I ought to be able to go choose whatever mansion that I see to my liking, go in there and tell them white folk, hey, y'all get on out of here, man. Because feel like I supposed to have this. See, this here might come from cotton money. And guess who picked that? But that's not reality, and neither is what you think. Because if you have a man, or if you have a woman, truly, that is their job, is to try to protect your stupid ass. And that's what you call your better half. Ain't that what they used to call it, the better half? To protect your stupid ass. Because my thinking is not your thinking, and once we put our thinking together, it's supposed to make new thinking. So there you have it. And if you go another route, then you're going to find out things, you're going to have new discoveries. Yeah, you're going to have new discoveries. You're going to have a new experience, and that experience might go over to the next experience that you might have opportunity to have. And that's no way to do it, because you should have stayed with the last experience if you're going to carry it on to the next. Now, was that too fast for y'all, or do you need me to repeat it? Yeah. If you take the last experience into the next experience, you can't possibly be able to enjoy the experience that you are in. Now, people paid to go to that Essence Festival like they always have. Most people that go to the Essence Festival, they are pretty much loyal to it. Because like I said, Mays used to be the, but we getting old now, and those artists are no longer performing like they used to. And I understand that we have to go into other artists, to fill in the gap. But this is what I want to tell y'all out there on my birthday. And when I break it down right here, I'm going to have to play some music to give y'all time to let that marinate. What I'm going to say to you. Nothing is as it was 3 years ago. Nothing. Family ain't family like it was no more. A family function, when do you hear about that? A family reunion, when do you hear about that? They scattered here and there. But family not even family like it was no more. Food don't even taste or even or what like it was 3 years ago. Your friends, they different. The way you interact with other human beings are different. The way that you judge and the way that you go about your daily business is different. Nothing is like it was. Not the workforce, not the food, not the water, not the air, definitely not the heat. Nothing is as it was. So what do we do about that? When everything that we grew up on changes on us. Do you just keep watching the change? Or do you speak up like Miss Irie did and hope that somebody agrees with you that enough is enough? Now, as a man, somebody, a lady, bringing that extra attention to her ass, that probably was kind of interesting back in the day. But goddamn, you know, what's next? You understand what I'm saying? You know how much air to put in Thai. You know how much salt to put in chicken. You know how to wash. You know how to wash collards or some mustards. You know how to make saltwater cornbread. What's that next after you clap your ass? What you looking to get from that? A lifetime of paying your bills because you clap your ass, or you can twerk down to the floor, or what you looking? I mean, what you looking for? And as I asked before, what do that even mean? Is that something like some kind of call or some kind of mesmerizing, to make money come out my pocket, or some kind of hypnotism or something? What is that? What y'all doing, and what's the reason for it, and what the source of it come from? Because there are far more things happening in this world than you know clapping it down to the floor. And then she made a hell of a point right out the back. See, these young folks, they got a different culture out here, man. You know what they talking about? They talking about eating everything. But then you gonna drag it on the floor all night. Martin Luther King did the Harlem Shuffle on that damn floor. Martin Luther King was at that club, man. Jesse Jackson, all them, man. Al Sharpton, all them was out there. You out there twerking it all day down to the floor, man. Got Martin Luther King footprints on your private part. Then you want somebody, eat it like groceries. Is what them young folks say. Like groceries for real, like from Kroger's or I'm not just gonna eat no Fiesta. It's got to be from Kroger Select. oversee type of, you know. But that's what we do, and that's what's going on. And somebody spoke out about it, and I'm glad about it because there's a whole lot more speaking out that need to be done. Y'all, these people that y'all allow y'all children to look up to because they don't fuck with you while they watching them. I don't think that's a good exchange. They are fucking our children up to the point where you can't handle them in your household. And when you can't handle them in your household, let me tell you what happened. They come out here. Yeah. They come out here with all the lions and the sharks and hyenas. You dig? And if you don't want that for your child, I suggest you ease up on the Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not trying to fuck her business up, but that's something you should listen to. Because I'm pretty sure you done sucked a few dicks before and you done strange things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry now. But if you listen to Megan Thee Stallion, how can you not listen to me say these type of things? See, that's the difference. See there? That's what I'm talking about. You'll throw your finger up in the club when she said, when I said, who that nigga think he is? I ain't sucking. Not last night anyway, while I was at the concert. It's all right though. Because we speaking freely here on One Pump Motherfuckers Zero. It's my birthday, so I'm talking shit like I told you I would, didn't I? So I'm talking that shit. You need to ease up on this here, man. Because it's not good for the outcome of your child's future. And that should be important. They're going to ask you for what Megan Thee Stallion is supplying. But you got to say no. And then you got to tell them why. Because there's a lot of Megan Thee Stallions, but only one can make it. The rest of them go to the trash. Because they've been ran through trying to make it like Megan Thee Stallion. Don't give your children these false futures. It's not real. It's a whole promotion to get you just where you're gonna be, in trouble. You young ladies out there and you young men out there, y'all stop taking the bait of your peers who don't know it no more than you do. If you want to be led, then be led by your own spirit, because it will let you know that you need to turn left at Albuquerque. I'm glad she spoke up because I speak up. Now I know every generation have their thing. We had our thing. Flat tops, bell bottoms, Jerry curls, Michael Jackson matching socks and gloves. We had all kind of weird shit. Hammer pants, weird motherfucker, cuz. You walk around with a whole parachute on your, you wearing a whole parachute with them hammer pants, cuz. Yeah, every generation had their thing. But I've never seen a generation like this. Even when the hippies was out, man, they had more sex than anybody. But most time when you seen them bitches, they was dressed. They just running around naked and shit. And then they don't only sexualize y'all, they sent y'all to the medicine cabinet, man. Y'all not even taking real drugs, cuz. Y'all doing pills. And somebody needs to say this shit. And that's what all it would be saying it, because 90% of the parents that have this type of shit in their house, they know about it. They thought it was cute at first. Some of them hell getting 3 for 10 through the child. Mm-hmm. Y'all didn't think I knew that, did you? Some of y'all dope, man. Some of y'all sons or daughters dope, man. Is y'all dope, man, too. Now, that's a shame. Mm-hmm. See, cause my daddy got his joints from Miss Johnny B house. I couldn't go to Miss Johnny B house and get no joints. Miss Johnny B wasn't having that. Boy, ain't you Billy Roy, boy? Yes, ma'am. Well, you get on up out of here. And that's the way it was back then. But now that, uh, there's no childhoods, that's what I left out the list. There's no childhoods no more. Absolutely none. As you come here, you learn the bullshit, and you out there. That's the way they are raised nowadays. You come here, you learn the bullshit, you start repeating it, you out here. There's no respect for elders. There's no yes ma'am, no ma'am. There's no opening the door. There's no closing the door. There's no offering your help to. It's none of that shit. All that shit done changed. And I hate to tell you, if you wasn't born in the 70s, thank God I was born in the 70s. If you wasn't born in the 70s, you would never experience all of that. Well, I take that back. I'm not going to say never, because some of us still uphold the old ways. I still open up a door. I still be gentleman-like. I still offer my help. But that ain't, there ain't a lot of me from what I see. I could be mistaken. It's not a lot of me that I see. But somebody got to do it, because somebody still remembers that. And when it happens to them, they appreciate it. When you help someone genuinely, they appreciate it. When you're not looking for nothing from them, because that's what everybody do. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's time that we switch up what we feel that is right, and we just take a back seat, and it's right in our faces as well. And some of us got a reason to not go along with this here agenda. You have children, you have grandbabies, you have mothers and fathers, because most of the music that's out right now, you can't even play up around your grandfolks and your mama and daddy then. Shit, I can play some Al Green around anybody. I can play some Sam Cooke around anybody. I can play some Rick James. I ain't get into it. And Rick James, yeah, I can play that around my mom. I can play that around my dad. I can't even share music with my family if I were to choose what's out here lately. So somebody needs to say this. Somebody needs to say that. Somebody come up with an agenda to put bad spirits out on us. Which, if you felt good, if you have you ever made a song that make you cry? That means this music is emotionally attached, and it can change your emotions, people. And look what you're listening to now. I've heard it. I know you've heard it. Look at what the environment is like. Very volatile. And we just sit by and watch our children. It's like watching your child stand on a train, railway, and you see the train coming, and you just gonna just accept that the train is coming and it's gonna hit it. That's what we're doing, people. We see our children out there, and we just sit and just let it hit them. And from that insanity, it goes to this insanity. That my baby didn't do that. Yes, he did. You go spend 30,000, 50,000 trying to keep him out of the penitentiary. But he did that. I didn't know it's a conflict. But when you thought it was cute, he was tic-tacking and talk-ticking and shit, cussing, doing his thing, acting like a thug at the age of 8, 9, 10. You thought it was cute then, didn't you? Didn't know that he was going to turn into a whole nigga with that same attitude. But now he's able to carry out what he was talking about. Whether on you, whether on the sister, whether on the neighbor, whether on somebody. Yeah. And you sat back and you watched that train hit that man. So here on 1.0, we want to bring to the light that we are in full agreement with somebody speaking out about this foolishness. This foolishness has costed more children their lives than anything. Shit. COVID ain't did this type of damage to black folks the way we've allowed this garbage to be put into our community like it has. This is another crack epidemic. Music. It's the new epidemic. Because whatever they done to these young people's minds, what they left out was strength. Our children are weak. So what we supposed to do about protecting them? They need us in a way where they don't have no say in it because they up under the spell of music. Have y'all looked at y'all children? I bet you half of y'all can't even recognize them when they walk out the door because they got on their goblin. They got on their goblin masks. Some of y'all look at y'all baby pictures and don't even wonder how the hell is this about to turn into this. Yeah, I've experienced that. I seen them bastards change, and I seen them go into some different shit. And the only way that, okay, I'm 52. It's my birthday weekend, y'all. We still on that. But I'm 52, and I still have basic respect for my parents, for my sisters and brothers, and for strangers, you know. Because they say that a good reputation is worth its weight in gold. So you always want to put your best foot forward. But I can tell you, if nobody told me that or nobody showed me that, then there's no way that I could have that be something that I, stand on while I'm maturing or growing up. And that's a problem. There you have it right there. When I was younger, whether it was my father or some man gave you some information that you otherwise, you probably needed. And they told you at a young age. They didn't try to sugarcoat anything. Or wait till you're this age so I tell you that this here happens or whatever, Nah, they told you. Because I imagine those old cats had become men at a young age themselves, because of the time. And that's one thing that really bothers me is that older people, older men and women, they put in work, brother. They put in work. And in my opinion, this generation, about 2 generations back, they have really been pussified. Buy all this here, remote this and remote that, and iPhone this and iPhone that. Man, I look at other countries and see what young men are doing in other countries. Like America better mind their business. Cause these young folks ain't finna get up off their PlayStation and go, you know, really fight something. No, really fight somebody. So you get two extra men, and you can start the SP5 over again. And you get two other lives. So it's just that we are so in a cotton candy society. Can't nobody say nothing to nobody. You can't speak freely, which is supposed to be our constitutional right. You can't you can't tell no woman that you want to get some her, a sweet nectar. You'll get sued. Vice versa. A woman can't tell a man that, hey, handle him raw. You can't do nothing. Back in the day, they used to promote marriage. They don't do that shit no more. Back in the day, they used to promote um, wellness. They don't do that shit no more. The motherfucker, they want something to be wrong with you. You go somewhere and get to sneezing 2 or 3 times. Oh man, you gonna leave there with several pills. Yes, you is. You go in there talking about you got a headache. Your ass got cancer, COVID, uh, diphtheria, streptococcus. Oh, what's that other one there? What's that other one? It's got a long name. I think of it in a minute. Melanococcal, melanoma, or some shit like that. But it's time to start speaking up on these things that we see every day, instead of just watching them and thinking that they're internet entertainment. But it's not. It is a depiction of our people, and we're being made fun of after all we've been through. And people are really trying to get like reparations now. And who's going to give you reparations with this type of foolishness? We gave y'all reparations. Y'all went to the Essence Festival. Half of y'all ain't gonna come back home no more. Either you're gonna get shot, or you're gonna do dope until you die, or you're gonna go and get robbed or something. So these things that y'all put out to be funny, it's doing what it's always done. Put us in the light of porch monkeys, court jesters, entertainment, and servants. Y'all cool with that? Because you feel like you could do what you want to do? Y'all cool with that, for real? You cool with being a black woman and being looked at as not even you're not even you know, you just what that person sees. Are you cool with that? Are you cool with like randomly being offered money for your body and you're not even really like that, but you dress like that? Are you cool with that? Are you cool with having to defend your right to be able to dress like you want to? Because I don't remember these conversations when women used to, when dressing, covering yourself up and leaving a man to his imagination. When that was cool, y'all remember that? I call it the sundress era. Yeah, when them sundress, a sundress, come on, man. A yellow sundress where you can almost see through it, and you have to use your mind, yeah, like you could see through it. Like, yeah, I know she got that. Yeah, I can see through that, cuz. Mm-hmm. That was foreplay right there. Now foreplay just skipped over. So I can see the titties, the ass, and everything else. There's no need for any respect here. There's no need for me to say yes, ma'am. There's no need for me to say I'm a counselor, and, in the third moon. And what are you? There's no need for that shit. The way you are looking, I'm perceiving it that way, and I need to go and get to this business. What that Buddha do and how much it cost. And that's what you said for yourself. Because I swear, out of all those women that were on stage shaking their ass, if you would have asked any one of them, hey, how you doing? I think you're interested in them hoes would cuss you out. You'd have not been able to talk to neither one of them. And they just did the most, sexual act that you can probably do without being butt ass naked and stripping. So if you're not selling it to me as a black man, if you're not, who you do, you say you doing it for yourself, but you didn't need this ticket to the Essence Festival to do that shit. You could have did it right there at your house. I seen them bitches on TikTok. They doing the same thing you doing. You could have stayed your ass at the house, but you want to gather with the rest of them that think that it's okay, and you want to lose any kind of respect for yourself and the grandchildren that ain't even got here yet. They're gonna see their old ass grandma out there clapping her motherfucking ass. And these are the things that you don't think about when you make these type of decisions. These are the things that you don't think about when when life hits you and you change your life, and you otherwise might have somebody that come into your life that never believed in that, and they get to see you in your fault. They can go back and rewind the tape or go to .net, this here and that there, and Google this here and Google that there, and that's what life is today. Even though you got saved and filled with the Holy Ghost, you were clapping your ass just last year though. Now, come on now, hit this weed and see if we see if we get a table dance. So what we have to do, man, we have to let people who otherwise want to change the narrative. We have to let them know that we're out here and we don't agree with it. You don't have to be that. You don't have to look that way. This is a trick that's been posed off on us that, that we never tried to challenge. But y'all didn't know that we're older and it wasn't against us, it was against our children. And y'all, the way y'all act out over y'all kids, I would think that, maybe you do something to fuck about it. Maybe that. Since y'all love your children so much, can't nobody touch them, can't nobody say nothing to them, can't nobody tell them nothing. But y'all gonna let this happen. You gonna let Megan Thee Stallion be your babysitter. I don't think that's a good choice, and I don't think. And see, y'all canceled R. Kelly. Y'all thought he was messing with them young girls and doing this here and doing that there, but why won't y'all counsel Megan Thee Stallion for putting young girls in a frame of mind of thinking that all that sexuality is okay? Why won't y'all counsel her before they get to R. Kelly? How about that? No, we don't. Okay, all right, it's cool. It's absolutely cool. But what's good for the goose should be good for the gander, right? You got Megan Thee Stallion misleading young ladies off into sexual escapades, all kinds. Men, women, toes, ankles, they doing it all. But when your daughter takes on that bad spirit and go out there with that information, and she running to R. Kelly, that's his fault. Now think about this here. If we being real, think about this. That means you sat up and watched that child on that railroad until that train got there and ran into her, and then you screamed and hollered. That's what that means. I'm sorry, I have to be the one to tell you, because ain't nobody looking at this. Everybody's dealing with the responsibility of this here, except their own. Y'all wasn't saying nothing about R. Kelly, but you know where his concert was gonna be until the movie came out. Nobody was concerned with it. And to tell you the truth, nobody's never been concerned with young black ladies ever, and they're still not. And my backup information to make that there solid is that uh, young black women are the most missing women on the planet. Can you dig that? Is Megan Thee Stallion rapping about that? I don't know now. I ain't listened to the album. She got a record about taking black young ladies? That probably get a Grammy or get her ass killed because she's not out here for us. She's out here to ruin your daughter, ruin your son's mind of what he think of young black women. That's what he's out here for, to make black women sexualized, and for a young black man to look at her that way and approach her that way. Because Megan Thee Stallion, yeah, said that it's okay. And y'all jump y'all ass on TikTok with the children and roll right with it. So do you deserve what you get in 5 years after you TikTok with her? And she's a grown lady, 6 years. Do you deserve what you get? The language that she's going to use to communicate with you, or he's going to use to communicate with you, the way that he's going to take the place of the man that should have been in the house, but he knows nothing about that, so he's going to go off his own emotions on how you treating him. And now you got a whole Negro, a whole woman in your house telling you y'all cool with that. And y'all just gonna keep letting these artists tell your children what's okay and what's not, what's worth your life and what's not. And all that money that you put into them, the school clothes, the trips, the special classes, the karate, the soccer, the baseball, all of that. You could have spent on some good weed and got more out of it. It's terrible. So when somebody speaks out, y'all, is my point. You have to support that. Let's throw the challenge of that we don't dig it no more. How about that challenge? I started the don't dig it no more challenge. And I want all the women to dress up nice and do the bump, goddamn it. The bump is sexy than a motherfucker. There ain't nothing like seeing a woman with an afro doing the bow, bow, doing the bump, man. The robot sexy than the motherfucker on a woman. Or the drop kick, Y'all don't know nothing about that. See, yeah, that's what I want to see. Looking nice and doing your dance. And show that you can be absolutely as appealing, sexy, or whatever you want to be, fully clothed and respected. Because what you don't understand, when you put something into yourself, that means your quality. Put some quality in how you want to be seen, because it's recognizable. That's how we know the good ones from the bad ones, because they put quality into themselves. And what I'm saying, quality, that means time. I remember back in the day, women used to straighten comb their hair. They sell. And they put that time to themselves to make themselves look, you know, otherwise what y'all do with makeup, they did with a straightening comb. Mm-hmm. And some dog mane grease. You did. So more men have started to say it, which women have their complaints too, and I don't want to leave y'all out like I'm being one-sided, because I'm not. But men have said it, that it don't take all that. You know, that's something that we wanted to see when we went to the strip club. You know. And then if you do decide to do that, then we would very much request that it's for us. Don't nobody else get to see Miss Kitty. Fuck you talking about? You gonna dress like that and leave the eye? Boy, you gonna let this nappy head girl disrespect you if you're on dinner table? That type of shit. Boy, you gonna let yeah. Man, I'm telling you. So it's still my birthday. I talk my ass off like I do I would. Said I was gonna play some music, so we got like maybe a few minutes left. And I'm gonna play a little music, man. I have thoroughly enjoyed y'all on my birthday edition of this show. Oh, it flew by too fast. It flew by absolutely too fast. I didn't even get to my other subjects. But I'm glad I spent that time on that, because somebody needed to hear it. We have to start doing better, people, as representing the things that we want to see, rather than things that have been put out there and forced on us, and we don't say anything. Ladies, it's time to be ladies. I would like my son to have a good pick of the litter, which I've never seen more beautiful women in my time than I've seen young ladies today. And do yourself a favor. Whatever you want, then you can basically manifest it. But it's a way to do that. Now here on 1.0, man, I enjoyed y'all tonight. I look forward to y'all next Friday. You know what I'm saying? And I probably still be partying then, man. And I want to remind y'all that we do have, merchandise. You can go on and get you some t-shirts, get your hat, whatever you want from the 1.0 collection. And I am a comedian. So if you're looking for somebody to come and entertain for you, then definitely drop me a DM. I'm taking all bookings, bar mitzvahs, backyard parties, weddings. I can get it in, and I got what you need. Man, I have thoroughly enjoyed myself, and this party will continue even when the podcast ends. And I'd like to say, man, for everybody that has been chiming in, man, y'all continue to chime in, because we're going to keep coming with new content, new subjects, and we do have guests on their way. And I'm so glad for the people that have stuck with me through this first episodes of my first season, and through the 11th episode of my first season, to the first and the second, which this is the second episode. I say thank you, and I love you for chiming in, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday. Now, as always, in closing, coming back across the track once again, my friend. I've walked on water, I've walked on land. I got kings and queens that want to shake my hand. Who am I? The doctor. Take one of these, call me in the morning. It's your boy, Dr. Shep, from 1.0, and we are out.